Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum and welcome. I think everyone knows um, a song has gone viral by Cardi B and Stalion. You know, it's number one, I think, in the charts and all this. It's all over social media and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And there's big conversations over it. A lot of people are saying, men talk about this all the time and it's double standards and it's art and freedom of expression and all this stuff. Okay, from an Islamic view, in a text, in the Quran and the Sunnah, music is haram. And there's clear hadith of the Prophet says, of the Prophets where he said, there will come a time when people will try and make fornication, fornication is sex outside of marriage, alcohol, and musical instruments halal. As Muslims, we have no doubt that Shaytan is using these rappers. But the point is this, non-Muslims, governments, TV channels, social media apps, they say you can't put pornography on normal TV or on social media apps because it's going to affect the mentality, and the innocence of young children. So you can't upload pornography on, for example, Instagram, normal TV. So the argument then is that if you don't allow it in video form, why do you allow it in verbal form? This song WAP that's going around all over social media, it's going everywhere in the world. Parents are walking with their kids through shopping malls, or in England they say shopping centres, and this song is playing. Cardi B singing about oral sex, singing about sexual position. They're singing all these songs, and parents, they're going into shops like JD and Foot Locker, hearing this. They're sitting down to eat at fast food restaurants, whether it's Pizza Hut or Chicken Cottage, just they're eating with their children and so forth. And these songs, a woman is singing, And it doesn't matter about Cardi B, whether I would be any of these new rappers. I don't know what the new rappers' names and stuff are and so forth. Like this, you're sitting down, or you're going shopping and doing the stuff, and casually your children are getting injected with I'll ride him like this and I'll ride him like that and I'll do or so forth. See, the problem is that the music is a vehicle that have allowed it. See, in Islam, music is haram. We're not supposed to listen to the music. You shouldn't have it playing in your house. You shouldn't have it playing in the car. You shouldn't have it playing anyway. And your parents should reinforce this. Like, the parents should be allowing your children to listen to music, But the point is this. It's playing everywhere. And some parents don't even know what their kids are listening to. Don't know that there's all these songs going around talking about sex and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And even though all these companies, these TV doesn't let it on, they say you can't put pornography on TV. Why? Because kids can't see this stuff. You can't let it on radio. You obviously can't do it on radio, but you can't do it on social media apps. Pornography, kids, it's going to harm them if they see people naked and this, that, and so forth. But you're letting it go. You're wrapping up in music and then letting it go into people's minds, little kids' minds. And then people are having all this whole discussion. It was wrong for men to do it, and it was wrong for women to do it. But now you are in a catch-22 because you made music permissible. So you made video haram as Muslims, and you don't allow it. But you made it form in music. You made it permissible in verbal form, and now you're stuck. Why? Because what I'm saying, there's no visual images. So you don't. If you hear about what goes on in video in a verbal form, it doesn't take away kids' innocence. It doesn't mentally make them curious about wanting to have these relationships and stuff. Music is not just something you listen to. Music is a way of life. It's kind of like a religion. And these rappers are like false prophets. Music videos are like small movies now because you have a music video that goes with them. And even though they say they won't allow pornography, they won't allow pornography on TV and social media and stuff. Yeah, they won't let blatant pornography on these this kind of pornography in music videos. For example, they had a man rap, fully clothed, yeah, in a video with 10 girls around him in underwear or bikinis and stuff like that. Like the Prophet said, there will come a time when women will be dressed but naked. So they've got like layers of clothes, and the Prophet also said there will come a time when women will wear like second skins, so you've got material on you, but it's so tight, you might as well be naked. So in the name of art, you can get these music videos on, normal TV or their own social media apps because, there's a loophole. This was a big man, less than 100 years ago, white singer, so, they tried to ban him because they said that he used to move his hips a lot. So they said that they're going to ban him, yeah, because his dancing is too sexual. Yeah, and people were going like crazy, like this is not, this is too graphic and this and the other. Because man was moving his hips too much, yeah. And look, not long after, in this vehicle, this weapon called music, now you've got Cardi B and Stalion singing about all sex, and little young girls are listening to it. And the thing is that, see, there used to be, yeah, there was childhood and there was adulthood. So there was a period of time that when you were born and you were innocent, and then you was a child and boys did boy things, play football, ride about on their BMXs and stuff like that. Girls played with dolls and these kind of things, and they did certain other stuff. And then you slowly became an adult and you learned about adult things. Yeah. But with the invention of the mobile phone and so forth, yeah, once a child, parents are give their child, yeah, like phones at young ages, and then what happens is that they go from birth straight into, once your child has a mobile phone, yeah, they have access to everything, and the innocent gets sucked out of them. The minute your child has a mobile phone with data and this, that, and so forth, it gets sucked out of them. So the thing is now is that childhood is gone, innocence is gone. It's all been sucked out. All these apps like TikTok and Instagram and all this stuff. Just you've got young kids reenacting all this pornography, singing, memorizing the words and singing all this. 50, 60 years ago or whatever it was, they were complaining about Elvis because man is gyrating his hips too much. Right now, today, you're going to get some trainers for your child and stuff, and you want to you're trying on shoes and stuff, and this song comes out about lick this and lick that and do this and do that, and this is that. I don't even think a lot of non-Muslims are even noticing this is going on. It's just like, one, they either don't know what the lyrics and this, that, and the other, or what the songs, these kind of songs are saying, or two, it's like they know, but they know, but they're just used to it. They're used to hearing you're used to playing in the kitchen songs all day about love and all this kind of stuff, and I'm missing you and all this kind of stuff. And what does that teach your children? Academic topic should be no music. Music was not a way of the Prophet. There's thousands of hadith related about the Prophet. You won't find that the Prophet was Abu Bakr, they were singing or they were dancing or they were listening to. You won't find that the Prophet was with Omar and they were singing and they were listening to music. You won't find that, the Prophet was with Uthman and they were laughing and singing and they were listening to music. You won't hear that the Prophet was with Ali and they were listening to music. And they had music because music, yeah, was not a part of their lifestyle. Even this nasheed rubbish. It wasn't part of the Prophet's lifestyle. You will not read bare hadith that the Prophets and so forth were sitting down and Abu Bakr and Omar this, that, and they were singing this nasheed and they were, memorizing this nasheed and they were doing all this stuff. This was part of the Prophet's lifestyle. all the companions, all the tabi'een, all the atba tabi'een, and the rest of the salaf. This was nothing to do. Music was not a part of the Prophet's daily life. He wasn't involved in it. You won't find one hadith where the Prophet was singing music ever. And there was people normally, even I've heard, and people can check this up. Check this out, that before the Prophet received prophethood, he was on his way and he was going to go to a wedding. Yeah. And there was music, he heard music coming out of it, and I think you could the free mixing and all this kind of, and Allah caused him to go unconscious. But the point I'm trying to say is that has become a part of everyday culture. And people think you're a square or a nerd or extreme if you don't music before as a Muslim. I just didn't know because I never tried to ever live without it as a non-Muslim when I did not listen to music for a couple of weeks or this, that, and the other. And I asked non-Muslims that are listening to this show, I guarantee you, try not to listen to music here for a couple of days and see how hard it is for you. See, you don't know you're addicted yet because you've never tried to give it up. Yeah. But try now, yeah. Try now, yeah. Yeah. It's for example, people say to you, oh, just drink water, yeah, and no other drink, yeah, for a week. Yeah. And then what happened? You'll find it hard because you've never had to not drink anything. You drink what you all the time. With music, I guarantee you that if you try and go without music for a week, it will hurt you mentally and physically. You'll have withdrawal systems. You'll have an urge. Most people will defeat them, unless you sincerely give it up for a good reason. And because it became haram for me as a Muslim, I started to realize, damn, these things are affecting me. I can't. It's like it took effort to give it up. But the point is that because music is a drug, yeah, that's what I'll say. It's a drug that society, everyone else does. People think you're extreme if you don't listen to it. When music is not a necessity, food is a necessity, water is a necessity, air is a necessity, but music is not a necessity. Yeah. But the point, so the whole thing I'm trying to say is that music has become a thing that everyone listens to. We've made it a necessity, a fundamental part of society. People are using this year to, obviously Shaytan's behind it and so forth, but all these rappers and stuff and so forth, they're using it to corrupt our kids. Now the whole thing is that what's the solution to this? Where's the solution? Yeah, also these clean versions of music. There's no clean versions. You take a few words out of the song and so forth, but people still know what you're talking about because they got the rest of the context due to the sentence. And this is what I say to the parents that have TikTok, to the parents that have your kids have Instagram and TikTok, because a lot of young like kids and stuff now, they're taking the chorus of these songs or different part of these songs, and they're singing the songs on apps like TikTok and stuff like that and so forth. So you're young, 9, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all up to the early 20s and stuff. Maybe you don't know, but they're memorizing these songs about sex, yeah, and repeating them on these social media apps and doing the actions to them. So don't think, my children are got TikTok and Instagram, they're just social media. No, you might be shocked that if you look on TikTok and stuff, your daughter might be doing especially TikTok, yeah, the copying the dances of Cardi B and and singing the sexual positions that they're singing. You'll be shocked. Don't just check out the social media that your youths are on and so forth, because it's not a joke and it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse. Like I said, Elvis shaking his hips, people were shocked. Yeah. Now what is it? Cardi B's talking about oral sex and 9-year, 10-year-olds and 13-year-olds are reciting these words and listening to it. They're not reciting like nursery rhymes and all this stuff. Now, it's kids are reciting words about oral sex on Instagram and TikTok and repeating them and doing dances to them, because these music videos these music songs have videos that go with them, and they're watching the things and doing the songs to them. So the whole thing is that what's the solution? What's the solution? And you know what? I'll say something. The Muslims are messed up, because you'll find Muslims doing this stuff too. But I'll tell you one thing. Muslims, in a household, these songs are not going to get played. Even Muslims that are messed up, cultural Muslims, like they just their lives are like a mixture of Islam and culture. Yeah, trust me. Even though like we're getting influenced, Muslims are getting influenced the most. It's not the same as non-Muslims. You're not going to be able to have WAP playing in a Muslim household. Trust me, social services will get called, but you'd have to get to the phone first. Yeah, you're not going to have WAP playing in a Muslim household. Yeah, and even though the Muslim societies are not perfect to this, that, and the other, yeah, because we have things like, this is why I say that Islam's the only solution, is that Islam is a way of life, and music is a way of life. Now, on a day-to-day basis, there's certain things Muslims do, like we pray 5 times a day, and we memorize like parts of the Quran and sayings of the actions of the Prophet and the sayings of the Prophet and so forth. So like this, you've got two things competing with each other. You've got like Islam and you've got the music, and the practicing Muslim family and even the cultural Muslim family, they like pray, or they've got certain residues from Islam, not swearing, not like obviously drinking alcohol, not using foul language and so forth. So like, whereas in a non-Muslim family, and like I say, my family are not Muslim. I'm not speaking down to anyone else. My family are not Muslim, and so forth, Now, in a non-Muslim house, there's music playing 24/7, and most of the time, people are not even listening to the lyrics. They're just the beat. They're just playing all songs. Let's put these songs about and love and the other songs are about like where is it? I don't know, like just doing whatever you want to do and follow your own thing. But the whole thing is that, think about it, you have children in your own house and you're always playing songs about the other gender. I miss you, I want to do this with you, I want to do this with you, and let's all this crap there. Your kids are subconsciously picking this up every day. What's that doing every day when they're hearing tunes about love and love is rubbish. When kids hear love, they just think about sex, and lust, and linking my man at school or my girl at school. Like all these songs, but I mean, look, the songs are even changing now. So you'll be playing a song, it's got like some nursery rhyme, beautiful package and stuff. You're just talking about sex and and drugs and all this other stuff, But the thing is that, think about you're in a household where it plays music normally. What does that do? It makes your little children always listen to music directly and indirectly. Just think about relationships. Boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Love. You just unconsciously every day playing music and making your child think about having relationships. And now Cardi B's coming video where she's talking about how she's riding this and riding that and riding that, and your little child is listening to this while it's playing in the kitchen. You might not and especially if you don't know the language of where is it? These rappers and stuff like that, like what all these terms that they're using and all this stuff. But the reason why I was saying that I think music, like music is more dangerous than movies and stuff, is because, like I said, the amount of movies that a child will watch on a monthly basis is a few. Maybe they watch like 3 movies or 4 movies or 1 or 2 movies, But once they have that phone, yeah, these rappers, and I call them false prophets, yeah. The reason why I call them false prophets is because the relationship, there's no one more influential than rappers and singers and celebrities. No one more. Teachers are not as influential. Parents are not as influential. I'll tell you why. People, what do you mean parents are not more influential? This is why. Father, if the father is in the picture, because most of the time, yeah, fathers are not even around. This is another whole lecture that fathers are following these rappers, these guys in these videos, yeah, that are basically they're in a video, they're fully clothed, the girls are in bikinis and underwear and stuff, shaking all their hoes in front of their faces. I'm sleeping with these hoes and I'm moving on to the next, and the girls like nodding their head and dancing and nodding their head to it. Imagine the director or whoever says to it, or the rapper, yeah, says, "Listen, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna use these hoes and dash them away and pass them on to my friends and move on to the next year." And you shake your head and say yes, and she's like, "Yeah, I need to check." Yeah, and she shakes her head. What the hell? Like, there's no fathers in it because they're following the religion of YOLO. You know what I'm saying? They're following the religion of you only live once. So sleep with as much different girls you can, or for enough different races, enough different shapes and sizes. Just YOLO. Do that all your life. As much drugs as you want. Go as much clubs as you want. Just YOLO. And responsibility, yeah, and being a man does not come with YOLO. They're two different things. If a man's living a religion of just sleeping around, like listening to music, watching these rappers, hanging around with his friends, they're looking at watching these rappers, they're copying, they're memorizing their words, they're singing their songs, they're living like. Why the hell if someone gets someone pregnant? Why am I going to stop this life of just sleeping around with all these different girls and just enjoy myself? Why? Family is not part of my religion. Family is not part of YOLO. Family is like prison to family and kids and responsibility and being married and stuff. This is like prison in YOLO world. Well, I want to live YOLO. I'm just here to eat, sleep around. You know what I'm saying? Club as much, drink as much, take as much drugs as I want, enjoy myself. You only live once. Why am I gonna actually pay for this? I got this girl pregnant from a club and stuff. I'm not trying to start a family. You start a family for what? But that's a whole different lecture. But the man's normally not in a picture, yeah. The reason why I'm saying that rappers are more singers and these celebs are more influential than parents is because 9 times out of 10, father's not in a picture anyway. Yeah. So one, father's not in a picture anyway. 2, generally if father is in the picture, he's out most of the time working, comes back. 3, most of the time, this case is what mother, yeah? And I don't call them single mothers, I call them abandoned mothers because single mothers, a lot of the time, gives you the impression that the mother did something wrong and she was abandoned, like she did some single mother. You get this concept that she did something wrong and that's why she's single, like single mother. Like they should call them abandoned mothers because 9 times out of 10, it's still like, yeah, it takes 2 to tango, but once that guy found out she was pregnant and so forth, it's your responsibility. But the point is, most of the time you have the mother, she's either always maintaining the house, yeah, because she's clean up after the kids, or she's either maintaining the house or cleaning the house or cooking or something, and she's also working. She's doing 2 roles because she's been abandoned, so she has to do everything. She has to make the peas and she has to keep the house clean and so forth and that. And she's always working, tired or clean or something. Like she's just occupied. So the child is left with a phone or tablet. Yeah, and so forth. And the reason why I'm saying they're more influenced because that phone or that tablet, when that child has it, takes the phone to school, looks at the phone in school, like looks at the phone after school and so forth. And these friends, all these rappers like Cardi B and Meg Stalion, all these other rappers, I don't know the men's name, the young men names. I know there's a few like NBA Youngboy and I don't know some other ones, but I don't know about the young rappers nowadays, yeah. But these young rappers as well, and it's like they're their friends. They're carrying around these people as friends because now they have Instagram, they have, they're on TikTok, they're on all these apps, and they talk to your friend. Your child has like this friend rapper, yeah, like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, and she carries around Cardi B with her and Meg Thee Stallion and these people everywhere she goes, yeah. And it's like they have a one-way relationship. Their relationships is that these children, are receiving, like messages and information and conversations from these corrupt people, and just like taking the bad advice. So the whole thing is that they carry. That's what I'm trying to say. They're with them 24/7. Most people, they come into their house now. The child goes up to their room, is on their phone. Yeah, the father and the mother, like, so they're with them 24/7. That's why I say that these false rappers, so these rappers and these false prophets, they're more influential, than parents and teachers and so forth, because they're with them 24. They're with them 24/7, and also they have all these things like these marketing companies where if you see like their videos, they're bright. They got they're bright. They got all nice. They hire psychologists, yeah. You can hire psychologists, to figure out how do I get into kids' minds, how do I get into adults' minds, and these people that studied at university and stuff, they will break down and tell you what colors you have to use, what angles you have to use, all this different stuff, and that's how they make their videos and stuff like that. So anyway, what's the solution? Because look, I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to tell you this, that yes, parents are role models, and yes, mothers are role models and so forth. But the thing is this, what daily thing do kids have, to combat this inflow? You get what I'm saying? Like, non-Muslim kids, they're just listening to this music 24/7. They're just listening to this music 24/7, listening to it and watching the videos. And it's part of society. So sometimes mum and dad will be sitting down, these videos come on TV, nothing happens. They don't, just normal. Well, it's on TV, it's legal, it must be moral. If mum and dad are sitting down in the front room with kids and stuff, and then WAP comes on, on the TV, and you lot just sit there and everything's cool. Because it's happening when you go to the shopping centre, when they hear it, when they go to get trainers, when you're eating when you're at a fast food joint or whatever and stuff, and you're sitting down, and they're listening to it anyway. But if you come down and sit down in the front room and this stuff comes on TV, and just because it's on professional TV, nothing happens, then what? I'm telling you, that stuff will not happen in a Muslim household. I don't care how cultural it is, stuff like that. Backhands are going to start flying. You know what I'm saying? Well, if the parents came in and the kids tried to put it on or whatever, the point I'm trying to say is that as a non-Muslims, where music is permissible and music is a part of culture, this stuff is just going to get worse and worse and worse. You think Cardi B and all these other people, the next videos that they make and stuff is going to be less worse than the videos come out? No, you always have to push it more and more. 10 years from now, can you imagine what the music videos are like? But the reason why I say that Islam is the only alternative, because in the home there should be no music. In the car there should be no music. And in these places where it's out of our this, that, and the other, and so forth, it's out of our reach, like shopping malls and this, that, and the other. And they're constantly talking about this. This is why I'm doing this. Constantly, there's daily lectures, Muslims coming out talking about music is haram, you shouldn't be listening to it. You know what I'm saying? Muslims doing active dawah on, TikTok and this, that, and the other, and so forth. I'm on these apps, TikTok, Instagram, I think every social media app, Snapchat. Like, we're on there fighting this stuff. But this is what I'm trying to say. If music is just normal, your kids are just going to soak this up. And if you're just going along with society and let your kids watch this stuff, then you're part of the problem, because you should have something that tells you, like, listen, just because everyone else is doing this stuff, right? It's daytime TV, and this girl is talking about like all the sex and stuff, and this ain't right. Like, come on, man. Like, if you're a father and you happen to be in your kid's life, and you walk into a trainer shop or you're in a shopping mall, and you can hear the music coming out talking about lick this and lick that and all this kind of stuff, and you don't think yourself, right, my daughter should be listening to this, there's a problem, man. And to the Christian, brothers and sisters in humanity. I don't mean in spiritual. There's two types of brotherhood. See, we all come from Adam, we believe, yeah. But in faith, we're not brothers in that, because you believe in Jesus, the prophet, who we do, but you believe he's God. But we believe that Jesus, who prayed and asked God for help, he's not God, and no man should be worshipped. Jesus shouldn't be worshipped, and Muhammad, Jesus alayhi salam, yeah, shouldn't be worshipped, and Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, shouldn't be worshipped either. None of them should be worth it. If as a Muslim you worship Muhammad, you leave Islam. If you pray to Muhammad, you come out of Islam. But the point I'm trying to say to my Christian brother is this stuff is gonna affect you a lot more than Muslims and so forth, because you don't really have like a detailed analysis of Jesus' day-to-day life. As Muhammad, with Prophet Muhammad, we know what he did from when he woke up to when he went to sleep, yeah, and we memorize these things. We don't ever pray to him. Like I said, if you worship Muhammad, make one prayer to Muhammad, you come out of Islam, and you have to repent and to come back in and so forth, yeah. But the thing is that daily, we know how Muhammad was in his daily life. With Christianity, I'm not being rude, yeah, and I know because my family are Christian. If you take a secular person and a Christian person, their lifestyle is no different. You listen to the same type of music, you dress the same, like the lifestyle is just generally the same, apart from going to church on Sunday. You consume the same music, and that's the thing. Even look, go to church and see how Christian women, like Muslim women might not be perfect and Muslim men are not perfect, yeah. But trust me, if you see the way a Christian woman goes dressed to church, yeah, it's no difference to how some girls go clubbing on a weekend. Like, it's no difference. But a Muslim woman who goes to the masjid and stuff like that, or just a Muslim woman when you see in general, yeah, and stuff like that, the difference between her and other people. And it's not to say she's perfect, but like, I'm not being rude. On a Saturday night, yeah, if you go to the middle of a place, whether it be like West End in London or Times Square in New York or Stalion, and just say you got 10 to the difference between the prostitutes, the hookers, and the average women. They all got cleavage showing, they all got short skirts and this, that, and the other. So, but you'd never be able to mistake a Muslim, yeah, for a hooker. I'm not being rude. And the reality is, if you look how Mary dresses and so forth, she dressed like Mary. All the pictures of Mary showed her hijab and stuff. It's a whole different discussion. I've talked about this a lot before, yeah, on my other videos. But the point I'm trying to say is that there's no lifestyle to Christianity, really. Like most Christians in England, America, and Europe, they followed the mainstream. Like, having a girlfriend in Christianity, even though it's a big thing in your texts and your books, it's called fornication. Go up to the average Muslim, go up to the average Christian in the street or black boy, because most of us, we were raised in this country, our parents are Christian, either from Jamaica or from Africa. Yeah, go up to the average boy, young boy, teenage boy, and ask him, what does fornication mean? Like, he won't have a clue what you're talking about. Fornication is that a transformer or something, or what is that? Is that, I don't know, is that an app or something? Or he won't know what it's like. But go up to average Muslim boy, yeah, even if he just any Muslim boy, ask them what zina is, yeah, or fornication is. They're better to tell you sex outside of marriage, and it's one of a major sin. But boyfriend and girlfriends, there's nothing in this society, nothing. I'd say 90% of Christians lose their virginity from secondary school to college, in between secondary school and college. You're not going to find, you're not going to find, yeah? You're not going to find much Christian boys or girls, yeah? Where is it? You're not going to find much Christian girls or boys as virgins, yeah? Above, the age of 25. I'm being generous. Like, you'll be hard to find a lot of Christians, yeah, who even 20 who are still virgins and stuff like that. And as Muslims, like, we're not perfect, but I can say that there's a lot of Muslim boys and girls, yeah, who reach 25 and are still virgins. Yeah, society's changing them slowly and so forth, but we have active things that are fighting it, fighting it, fighting, fighting. We have the prayer 5 times a day. We have the thing like no Christian memorizes the Bible. No Christian actively on a daily basis, yeah, memorizes the Bible. It's normal for Muslim school kids, yeah, yeah. The vast majority of them are memorizing Quran, and they're memorizing all the way till like when they become adults and so forth. Like it's just different. And I'm not trying to put you down. I'm just being honest here. I'm just being honest. But the whole point is that yeah, things are only gonna get worse with time. Like I said, Elvis was moving his hips. People thought it was extreme and so forth. Yeah, and now Cardi B singing all these songs about sex and stuff, and it's catch 22. The non-Muslims that know that this is messed up, they don't know how to deal with it. How do we deal with this subject? How do we you know get out of this thing? Anyway, like I said, if you've got any questions or any sort of thing, put it in the comments, yeah, and I'll read it out. I just got to see if there's anything I missed out. So inshallah, um, yeah. So what I would say is that to parents here, Muslim or non-Muslim, yeah, check if your child is on TikTok, especially TikTok and Instagram, both of them, but definitely TikTok, because you might be shocked that your 9-year-old or your 10-year-old or 11-year-old, yeah, is singing about sex, doing all the dances and stuff on TikTok and so forth. You might think, yeah, it's just another social media. Wallahi, no, it's not. I swear by God, it's not. You'll be shocked. Your daughter might be, or your son might be, on social media, singing and dancing, singing about sex and singing about all different positions and so forth. And whatever social media your child is on, you need to be aware of it. They need to know. They need to know as well that what is it? They need to know that what is it? You're what is it? That you're on the same app as them. Like with Instagram and so forth, they need to know that you're on the same app as them, or that what is it? The connection is bad. It's still good. Yeah. So just check it out, parents. I'm gonna just check it out. Check if your child. Go and speak to your child now and ask them if they're on TikTok or no for or so forth. Or look at their phone and see if they've downloaded TikTok. TikTok is this app here. Yeah, it's this app. This is the symbol for TikTok. Just type TikTok into Google and it will show you the symbol for TikTok. And Instagram, most of you know what Instagram is. It's this one here. And just check, you know, check if they're on it and see what they're doing. And have them talk. Don't just get angry. Have a talk with them and so forth and start a discussion with them and so forth. I'm going to start making more videos about this subject. I'm going to do a video just on TikTok and Instagram and the effects on children and so forth. But anyway, let me read through your comments and so forth. The stream is a bit laggy. I don't know. It looks straight to me. The YouTube looks fine to me. The picture's perfect and stuff like. There's no flaggy and so forth. But don't worry. See this? I'm going to edit it. I'm gonna take this video, I'm gonna cut it down, cut all the pauses, cut all the stuff out, and I'm gonna put it up neatly so it will be fine. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, beautiful brothers and sisters. Funky Logic, wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. KA, wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. Instagram, I'm gonna go through you in a minute, inshallah. Yeah, you're doing great work, mashallah. Allahumma back. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Kingdom, big up, bro. Jazakallah khairan. Kingdom of, you know. S. Ikwa. Salam wa alaikum salam. Abdul. Aki, do you know when the hoodies are for sale? Aki, I promise you, yeah, as soon as they come out for sale, these stuff come out for sale and so forth, I'll send you the link. I'm gonna do a video and interest, yeah. Look at this idiot, man. He's saying, yeah, I'm gonna block this person, the milk his skin. You always have some idiot on here, man. Bob fix up. I don't know who Bob is. I don't know if you're talking to me or the person before. Anyway, cool. That's on YouTube. Let me see what questions are on Instagram. All right. Okay. It was visible. Is it just sort of to delay what? To delay what? Uh, what? Azan Hassan. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Nasi. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Is it sort of to delay Isha? I think as far as I know, it is to. I think it is inshallah, but I'll get back to you in that inshallah. Uh, it's a laugh from whenever it ends at Isha, but I'm not going to answer that. I'll speak to someone who's looked into that in detail. Okay, cool. It's clear. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for everyone on Instagram that joined. Love life, clothing. Jazakallah khair, Aki. Keep up and may Allah support your business. And inshallah, give you stores all around the world. Live life clothing, mashallah. I love that Arabic clothing as well. That's nice. Keep up. Okay. Subhanallah, so true. Oh, Muslim 123, Jazakallah khair for watching and your input. It's not just Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. It's not just Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and not from our team. Forget them. You can't forget them because they're involved in our society. I was on TikTok and a lot of brothers and sisters are memorizing the songs of these words and sing these songs. Like they're part. It's not there. You can't just ignore it. They're there. Then and unfortunately, you Muslim youth, are listening to these songs, even though they know music is wrong. Muslims are not going to debate. Most Muslims, unless they're Sufi and stuff, and that's only a small amount. Sufi or Shia, deviant Muslims. The vast majority of Muslims, Sunni Muslims and stuff, they know music is haram, but they're in this culture and so forth. And alhamdulillah, they know it's haram and they know they shouldn't be doing it, and they know it's bad. You know what I'm saying? They know it's bad. So all we need to do is keep on reminding them that it's bad. And alhamdulillah, they do. A lot of them do leave it. But with Muslims and stuff, the whole thing is music. They believe it's halal. They believe it's halal. So it's like they have a bigger videos. I've got videos on Muslim rappers and all the brothers in the jewel industry and so forth. Yeah, I've addressed that, inshallah. Yeah, I've done videos on these topics about brothers rapping and talking about stabbing people and selling drugs. I've got tons of videos on that, inshallah. Yeah, Muslims get influenced the most from Muslim artists as Asko, Chunks, and yeah, I've got videos of this. My last video, Aki, is Visible for Life. If you watch my videos, my last video was about Muslim vloggers, why you're going to have to sell out your deen. I talked about chunks in it and so forth. I talked about all of them, all of the things, that whether it be Adam Salih Slim, whether it be Chunks and Fiddy, whether it be Hassan Saud, or some sister vloggers and stuff. Jazakallah khair. Cool. You're not rude, you're speaking the truth. Jazakallah khair, Muslim 123. If you watch Paris Hilton and documentary, you'll see how they feel. Okay, I'll check it out. Sawad, Jazakallah khair, I'll check it out, inshallah. Got stuff about Cardi B's not right. Yeah, she's messed up, man. See, people say Cardi B, and 50 Cent, these people, they make it out of the hood and they're doing well. No, they're not doing well because Cardi B was a stripper before. In that, she just used to affect some people in a club on even though it's evil and it's nasty and it's disgusting, she affected a few or quite a few people in a club setting. Now she's gone worldwide. She's affecting people all over. Okay. Let me ask these other questions. Okay. A lot of kids memorize Quran when they finish the Quran until they're bigger and tend to open up for a long, and they tend to open up for a long time. Yeah, see, the good thing about is that's what I'm saying. As Christian kids, they don't memorize the Bible. So even though the kids are going to school, they memorize the Quran. They might not know everything it means and this, that, and the other. They have something active that their parents put them in, and as they grow up or older, they start memorizing certain things and so forth and that. But Christians, they don't even memorize the Bible. Nah, and they don't even have 5 daily prayers. So it's like, yeah, it's thing, guys. Okay, what you gotta do, yeah, is that even if the video, what you have to do, yeah, I'm gonna inshallah just read through these things, yeah, and what if you want whatever other subjects you think I should do, please leave in the comments. Even if the live ends, just leave it to the comments in any of my videos or any of my Instagram posts on what videos or specific topics. Yeah, put it down and I'll do a video on it, inshallah. Okay, kids nowadays, yes, muscle builder, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, invisible life. Okay, understood. Cool, bro. Yeah, I understand you want the kids to be helped and stuff, but yeah, I've covered them topics, and I will do more. I'm gonna do thing about the soon. I'm gonna do a video about Muslim rappers and effects. Not Muslim rapper, male rappers. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do male rappers and Muslim rappers and effects on them. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of brothers from certain nationalities that are getting involved in drill music. Before we start the live, okay, cool. Cool. Just reading through your comments. Like I said, if you got a question, leave it because I'm going through them. Alaikum salam rahmatullah. Bilal, my brother. Bilal. I love you for Allah's sake, man. Hopefully, I'll see you soon, inshallah. Anyway, it's going to close out in 21 minutes and so forth. I thought music was haram. It is haram. No, you can't be a Muslim rapper. Music's haram. It's all haram. Leave it. I think it's hadith where the Prophet said 2 pays Sahaba. One's been punished for washing. Yeah, that's true. Invisible for life. Anyway, we're going to cut out in 5 seconds. Groups coming in, so let's pray. Inshallah. Take care. And that's, yeah, and there's got a lot of problems, but 9 out of 10 times, Father is there, even though he's not mentally present. Like, he might be there, he pays the bill, he makes sure the kids has A, B, that, and the other, make sure they do their driving tests and uni or whatever it is. But he's not emotionally there. I love you, I care about you, like, kiss you, you're special, you're important. And this is bad because this is not the way of our Prophet and so forth. Yeah. But at least Muslim fathers, yeah, they're in the picture. They're physically there, but they're not mentally there. Like, I care about you, you know, you're special, you're like, male children need to hear this. But that's another lecture. Yeah. But they're in the picture.